Hi, I'm Lisa with Unlimited Book Reviews, and today's book is Aaru by David Meredith. I assume I'm pronouncing it correctly, but the cover's pretty cool looking and definitely applies to the book. The stats on this book, it's in the genre fantasy, new adult, and college, and I would definitely say it's a good young adult teen book. The ranking right now under that heading is at 1,402, so it's moving up. And it does look like there's going to be a series. It's called Aaru Cycle, and in Amazon.ca he says it's Aaru Cycle Book 1, but on Amazon.com it doesn't say that. I don't see anything as far as exactly when the second book's going to be coming out, but this one doesn't leave you hanging or anything like that. It's number 1 in the series, and it's 295 pages long. The main characters in the book, you have sisters. There's sister 1, who's Rose. She's the oldest. And then you have the second sister, Corin. And it's written in third person with point of view switches. And there are additional points of view besides theirs, but they're the main characters and what most of the book's point of view is written from. The book description: Rose is dying. Her body is wasted and skeletal. She is too sick and weak to move. Every day is an agony, and her only hope is that death will find her swiftly before the pain grows too great to bear. She's 16 years old. Rose has made peace with her fate, but her younger sister Corin certainly has not. Though all hope appears lost, Corin convinces Rose to make one final attempt at saving her life after a mysterious man in a white lab coat approaches their family about an unorthodox and experimental procedure. A copy of Rose's radiant mind is uploaded to a massive supercomputer called Aaru, a virtual paradise where the great and the righteous might live forever in an Arcadian world free from pain, illness, and death. Elysian Industries is set to begin offering the service to those who can afford it and hires Corin to be their spokesmodel. Within a matter of weeks, the sisters' faces are nationally ubiquitous, but they soon discover that neither celebrity nor immortality is as utopian as they think. Not everyone is pleased with the idea of life everlasting for sale. What unfolds is a whirlwind of controversy, sabotage, obsession, and danger. Rose and Corin must struggle to find meaning in their chaotic new lives and at the same time hold true to each other as Aaru challenges all they have ever knew about life, love, and death, and everything they thought they really believed. So that's a very complete book description. The plot and character development, I'm going to base it on Corin. I mean, really, Rose is changing and developing a bit too over the course of it, but it really applies more and really focused more in on the younger sister as you got further into the book. When a young, impressionable girl loses her older sister to cancer, she acts out while not dealing with her family and friends and processing her sorrow, properly. While acting out, they find out that her sister has been saved into a new world, and because of it, it is such a miraculous change for her life, she is invited and contracted to be the face of the new world by the company. So they hire her because she was in such a bad place and took the death so hard and then came back from it so miraculously, and they were looking for young people to kind of be their spokespeople. She has to come to terms with her new lifestyle and adjust to her new publicity. She becomes a target for religious zealots who oppose this new process, as well as your run-of-the-mill stalkers. So now she's a celebrity. So it's kind of her dealing with it and accepting her new life. So it moves through that very well too. And then at the same time you have Rose, who is moving from being super sick and then dying and then in this new world, and how she learns how to deal with that as well. And it's a new world, so there's different things that come up that they're kind of figuring out the programming on. So this originality, yes, definitely. Suspense, for sure. Humor, yep. Drama and conflict, it had all of that. And mystery, yes. Action, for sure. So the romance end of it, I mean, there were two of them. They both kind of had something going on the side of it. Starting with Corinne, I believe she meets someone that she really likes 71% into the book, and then sparks start to fly around 73% into the book, and then her sister Rose meets someone around 27% into the book, and then sparks start to fly with her around 65% into the book. The thriller aspect of it comes in around 50%. I looked again after I did this, and it looks like right around 52% of the 52% into the book, you're starting to have someone that is your main adversary, and you don't really know too much about him. That comes in. So there is darkness, and there is a happily ever after at the end. Does it wind up perfectly? Not exactly. But the author is David Meredith, and he was a great writer, easy, written in third person, typos, very few, inconsistencies, no, left hanging slightly, and books in Kindle Unlimited, he has 2. This is one of them. So both of his books that are out are in Kindle Unlimited. Did I like it? Yes, it was very good. I think that if something like this came out, and one of the things that I really liked about this book, I liked the idea of it. I think if something came out, the throwback against it, it would be way worse than what was in this book. But maybe that's kind of gearing up. Like, it's just kind of starting and they're just kicking off. So you have to read it to know what I'm talking about, but the concept behind it is awesome. Quotes highlighted by the readers, which that's me, the reader. Maybe it's just our turn. I don't know about you, but this is the first time anything has gone right for me in years. I feel like maybe karma has caught up with me finally. Maybe God just decided I deserved a break, that it's just time for something good to happen. That was said by Rose, the older sister. What if they could, in fact, make the people they choose live forever? Would you be comfortable allowing some corporate executive in Manhattan or Los Angeles usurp the judgment of Almighty God and determine who does and does not get saved? That's James Rook. And then the reviews on Amazon.com, we're at 137 reviews, 4.1 out of 5. Carrie says, there are so many facets to this book, and the storylines all ebb and flow at the perfect pace to keep you interested the entire time. I adored this book, even though it scared me just a little bit. If you are looking for something totally different than anything you've read before, but still easy to read with incredible characters, then definitely pick up this book. And I agree. I mean, it was super sad, had super sad parts that you were like tearing up, so it was well written. Lizzie R's heading is an entertaining and thought-provoking story of life beyond death. And that's so true. And then our 1 star by Amber Culkin, whose heading says, not for me. The body says, I read 30 pages and I couldn't do it anymore. I just couldn't. The concept sounds really interesting, but I could not get into the writing style and the formatting. There were inconsistencies in the grammar that drove me bonkers. The characters flash between moods very quickly, and I found the descriptions really dense and blocky. A lot of useless dialogue and a lot of immediate opinions pushed by the characters. I don't know. But I want to hear your opinion, so definitely check this one out. It's a great one. And give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and thanks for stopping by.